Welcome to this hypnosis meditation. My name is Jayne and I'll be your guide through this inner journey. For more guided sessions to help calm your mind, your body and your digestive system, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. When you're ready, find a quiet space where you can relax. Take a deep, letting go breath and gently allow your eyes to close. As you begin to settle into this moment, there is nothing you need to do, nowhere you need to get to, and nothing you need to figure out. Just allow yourself to be exactly as you are. And perhaps as you lie or sit here, there is already a quiet awareness within you that something has been shifting, even if you can't quite put it into words. A sense that things are no longer quite the same as they were before. And you don't need to understand it fully, because change doesn't always happen in ways that are obvious at first. Sometimes it begins quietly, beneath the surface, long before it becomes clear. And so for now, just breathe and allow everything to slow down. Letting go of any pressure to be something new or to force anything to happen. Because this isn't about becoming someone different. It's about allowing more of who you already are to emerge. And you can let that feel simple, safe and unforced. And so gently bring your awareness to your breath, just noticing it as it is. There is nothing to change at first, just simply observing. And then perhaps allowing your exhale to lengthen slightly, just by a fraction. As if your body is beginning to soften on its own. Letting your breath settle into its own natural rhythm. And as that happens, you may begin to notice a softening through your body. Your jaw gently unclenching. Your shoulders dropping just a little more. Your chest loosening. Becoming more open. Your stomach softening. Your hips releasing any effort they no longer need to hold. And there is no need to make this happen. Just allowing. Letting your body be supported, held, without needing to carry anything at all. And now, as this softening continues, I'd like you to imagine yourself standing at the top of a gentle staircase with 5 steps leading down. Nothing dramatic, just a quiet, steady descent. And when you're ready, you can begin to move down through those steps in your own time. Knowing that with each step down, there is more ease and a little more letting go. So take the first step now, and then stepping down to 4, and as you do, allowing yourself to release any remaining effort in your body. That's it. And then stepping down again, down to 3, allowing yourself to simply be here. Nothing to hold on to, nothing you need to manage. And then taking the next step down to 2, feeling yourself settling deeper, more grounded, more supported. And then stepping down to 1, almost at the bottom now. Letting go of anything that you no longer need to carry in this moment. And then finally stepping down to 0. Your feet now resting gently on the ground beneath you, feeling steady and supported and completely here. And from this place you can begin to notice in your own way the things that you've been carrying. Not needing to search for them, just allowing whatever naturally comes into your awareness. Old beliefs about yourself, old roles you may have stepped into, perhaps without even realizing it at the time. An emotional weight that you've been holding for such a long time. And you might notice these as images or as sensations, or perhaps as a feeling in different parts of your body. And just allowing those things to be there. There is no need to analyze them or to understand them. Just allowing yourself to be aware of what you've been carrying. And as you notice those things, there is a gentle recognition that those things are no longer needed. Perhaps they served a purpose in the past, or perhaps they were things you took on without even realizing. But you realize and you recognize that they have simply reached the end of their role. And you are ready to put all of that weight down and not pick it back up. That weight is not needed as you continue to move forward. And so now I'd like you to begin to imagine a tree. However it appears to you in your mind is perfect. Just picture that tree. And as you picture that tree, I'd like you to imagine that this tree is in the season of autumn. That natural time of letting go, when the leaves are ready to fall. And just like a tree doesn't hold on to leaves that have reached the end of their season, you too are now ready to let go of what you no longer need to carry. And you might now imagine a single leaf on that tree just beginning to loosen. And as you watch it carefully, notice the way it twists and turns as it gently falls, carried by the air, drifting effortlessly down towards the ground. And as you watch that leaf fall, you may begin to sense that this is how old layers can leave. Not forced, not pushed, just naturally ready to be released. And as you continue to watch, you notice another leaf loosening. And that leaf too begins to fall, twisting and turning as it drifts down, carried by a soft, gentle breeze. And then another and another. Each one representing something you no longer need to carry. And you don't need to rush this. You can simply watch, allowing that natural release to unfold in its own time. Just like the tree doesn't need to hold on to all of those leaves, you no longer need to hold on to these old patterns, these old beliefs, this old weight. And as those leaves continue to fall, you may notice a sense of space now opening inside of you. There is a lightness, an ease, not because anything has been forced away, but because it has simply been allowed to leave. And as this continues, you may begin to become more aware of the tree itself. Not just the leaves, but the whole tree. Noticing how strong it is, how steady, how deeply rooted it is in the ground beneath it. And as you really begin to bring that tree to life in your mind, you may start to realize that this tree is not separate from you, but a reflection of you. And as the leaves continue to fall, the tree remains solid and grounded and unshaken. And there is something deeply reassuring in that. Because even as things change, even as old layers fall away, something within you remains steady and strong and rooted. And as you continue to observe this tree, you may begin to notice that the season is gently shifting. Not suddenly, not dramatically, but naturally, in the way that seasons always do. The air feels a little different. The light begins to change. And even though the tree has let go of what it no longer needs, there is no sense of loss, only space, only readiness. Because this is not an ending. This is part of a cycle. And as that awareness settles inside of you, you can notice something new beginning to form. Small at first, subtle, tiny buds appearing along the branches. And you might imagine them clearly, those small points of new life, forming in their own time without effort and without force. And as you continue to watch, those buds begin to open. Slowly, naturally, just as they are meant to. New leaves emerging, fresh and vibrant and full of life. And the tree begins to change again, expanding and growing, becoming fuller, stronger, and more alive. And as you witness the tree evolving, as you watch it growing and changing, you take a step back, able to really observe this tree in all its wonder. From this new position, you can see it more clearly. Standing tall, rooted deeply. Branches reaching outward with a strength and ease. And there is a quiet confidence in the way that it stands. It doesn't rush. It doesn't force. It simply grows, because that is what it is designed to do. And as you observe this, you begin to recognize something very important. This tree is not separate from you. This is you. This is who you are becoming. Not something you need to chase or create, but something that has always been within you, now being allowed to emerge. And so start to notice, become aware of how that feels in your body. This truth, a subtle shift. Your posture gently adjusting. Your breath feeling more open. A sense of grounded presence settling within you. Allow yourself to connect with that feeling. This is who you are becoming. This is safe. This is already happening. And from this place, you can begin to imagine yourself moving forward into your life. Perhaps tomorrow or in the coming days, noticing something slightly different. A subtle awareness that something has shifted. A sense of being in a new season of your life. Responding in ways that feel more grounded, more steady, more aligned with who you truly are. You may begin to notice that change happens more easily than you ever expected, faster than you realize. Not because you are forcing it, but because you are allowing what is already inside of you to guide you forward. And there is a quiet confidence in that, a sense of trust in yourself, in your direction, and in your growth. And so for now, come back to this moment. Rest in this feeling for a few moments more. This sense of calm, of safety, of quiet strength. Knowing that what has been released will continue to settle, and what is emerging will continue to grow in its own time, in its own way. And so, in a moment, I'll begin to count you back up from 1 to 5. And with each number, bringing a little more awareness back into your body, back into the room, feeling grounded, feeling clear and ready for what's to come. And so, 1, gently beginning to return. 2, bringing awareness back into your body. 3, feeling more present, more alert. 4, taking a slightly deeper breath. And 5, eyes open when you're ready, feeling calm, grounded, and ready for what's to come. Thank you for taking this time for yourself today. If you found this session helpful, you might like to explore more of these hypnosis and mind-body sessions here on the channel. And if you'd like a deeper, more structured approach, you can find my full library of sessions inside the Calm Gut app, where I guide you step by step through calming the mind, regulating your nervous system, and supporting your gut-brain connection. For now, just take a moment before you move on, noticing how you feel, and carrying that sense of calm and clarity with you into the rest of your day. I look forward to guiding you again very soon.